fittingly in the home white. Charlotte Raffjen, the draw taker for the Tar Heels. For the Wildcats, Madison Smith. And we are underway. The two best teams going at it to decide a national championship in the sport of women's lacrosse. And it's #1 Northwestern that starts with possession. What an incredible...
They've been battling an injury. And Sarah Gresham has been their primary draw taker. She's been dominant. She went down with a leg injury in that NCAA tournament against Stanford. She did come into play for just a little bit when the game was already well underhand against Maryland. But look for Charlotte Raffjen to take the bulk of these draws.
And Raffjen at 6 foot has the height advantage in this matchup. It helps on jump balls like that. And the circle players so integral. Madison Taylor, not only is she one of the best, most prolific goal scorers, she is so good at getting the draw control off the circle.
She has so much chemistry.
Coach Scott said it's like building a champion ski team in Florida. And this is what they do. The hallmark of those 8 national championships, they start fast.
And that favored them in the regular season meeting between these two teams, playing fast off of the draw, not allowing North Carolina's defenders to get into their spots and get into rhythm. Attacking in the early offense favors Northwestern.
Well, North Carolina, they're the #1 scoring offense in the country. Just defending their title. It's hard enough to get back, let alone win it. And it's Northwestern that has started with a 3-0 lead. The Wildcats on the front foot. North Carolina going to Sarah Gresham on the draw, and she wins it to Kaleigh Harden. Now Gresham, we told you, was banged up earlier in the NCAA tournament. She's been the lead draw taker all season. Did not draw in the first 3. Northwestern won all of them and cashed in for goals. How about the Wildcats battling and winning the ball back? So even though you win the draw, you still can't get into...
So we've been monitoring Gresham the last few days at practice. She's been braced up, heavily taped, but continuing to take reps at the draw control, mentoring Charlotte Raffjen. But I like this switch to her, even though Madison Taylor is able to come up with possession. She's one of the best in the game at it.
And Northwestern made a switch too. Maddie Epke coming in to take the draw, the transfer from James Madison. Her and Madison Smith share a lot of that responsibility and create a lot of depth for Northwestern at the draw.
Epke dominated at the draw in the regular season win.
A top dodging threat from right outside the 12-meter arc.
Epke moved early, so North Carolina ball. Osburn, the goal scorer, settles.
It's a man-to-man defense. Oftentimes, she is that top dodging threat from right outside the 12-meter arc.
Epke moved early, so North Carolina ball. Osburn, the goal scorer, settles North Carolina back into their offense. 40 seconds for Osburn.
It's all a matter of getting possession. Since they made the switch at that draw control, they've been able to get some key wins and transition down the field. Maddie Smith back out there for Northwestern against Sarah Gresham.
The Tar Heels have continued to go with Gresham, who, even though we did see her sparingly in the semifinal in that 4th quarter, you have to imagine they didn't expect to use her this much this early. So even though she came...
Scored the game winner in the Big Ten championship game a year ago in overtime. Has had such a great career so far.
I love the different changing the attacking points when you attack from behind the cage also. She didn't need a lot of angle there, shooting between the legs, just gets a step above goal line extended. And now Kaleigh Harden, who's just been such an instrumental part of this team, winning those key draw controls. She's been excellent coming off the circle.
The leader, the captain, the heartbeat of this Carolina program, Harden, the redshirt junior. The stats do not show her true impact on the game. You talk to every single one of her teammates. They say she is the unsung hero who
season long. She's ended up on SportsCenter top 10 multiple times. She didn't have enough time to switch to her left hand. She had a double team closing in on her. It's the stick work and the dramatic finish. No look by Darcy Felter.
You're so right, Charlotte. Great point on the SportsCenter top 10, because you think Chloe Humphrey would have the most Tar Heel goals that wind up in the SportsCenter top 10, but Felter has that flair for a dramatic finish. And let's check in with Annabelle down on the sideline.
And zone. Each quarter is going to look different, but every possession counts.
You look at that 3-0 start for Northwestern. You mentioned it, shot out of a cannon, but North Carolina has battled back to tie it at 5. Northwestern continues to make adjustments, both with their defense mixing between zone and man and on the draw control. Madison Smith back in there for her 8th draw. Epke has taken 4 of them. And the Wildcats win it. Hard foul in the middle of the field. Corkins knew it immediately. So now Northwestern will go on the power play.
That's going to be a green card issued for illegal use of the stick, and that can be an empty stick check above the waist or a rough or dangerous check. And so that is a releasable penalty. If Northwestern scores, UNC will go back to even.
Early action on that side of the field.
And Madison Taylor, one of the most elite goal scorers in the history of this sport, is not just a goal scorer. 3 assists on Northwestern's 6 goals for Maddie Taylor.
And that's what makes you dangerous. She leads the team in assists, and that's when you're a threat. When you're a threat to score, if the defense sends a double or triple team to you, then you dish the ball, and that's what really makes her a dual threat.
So hard and fast. That's how they're able to get those 8-meter opportunities and looking for more on the perimeter as well.
Yeah, you want to try to see if you can draw shooting space. So doing that pump fake, showing the officials you're looking to shoot, you got the opportunity to shoot, but you can't because if there's a player in your way, can help get you an 8-meter if you get awarded a shooting space violation.
Marie McCool, the offensive coordinator for North Carolina. Constant adjustments throughout a national. Takes the second half. They are undefeated in this system. You don't see it in lacrosse or any sport for that matter, but Carolina's been doing it since the middle of March.
And credit Carolina sticking to what they've done throughout the most of the season when they started using 2 goalies, Betty Nelson for 30 minutes, Lexi Zhang for 30 minutes. In the regular season meeting, they did go a little bit in and out, but that was before they started utilizing this. Betty Nelson, she let in a lot of goals early on. Northwestern went up 3-0. They stayed with her, and she ended up being very strong, had 4 great saves.
Here's Chloe Humphrey in attack mode. Madison Smith all over her. Humphrey draws the foul.
Player like Eva Ingrelli, who has battled injury and has shown so much resilience in her career, she has some of the most elite stick work as well. We've seen her throw non-dominant behind the backs in tournament games. I mean, she has some of the best hands around goal line extended.
Hard to believe it took until the 3rd quarter for North Carolina to claim their first lead of the day. Harden contested. She ran out of real estate and turned it over. Madison Taylor comes away with it for Northwestern. Great find. The finish and an immediate answer. Gabriella McAllister off incredible vision from Taylor. And Northwestern answers in just 18 seconds.
Double teams have been going to Taylor all day, and she has been patient and poised.
And smart pass. McAllister, just her 7th goal of the season, only played in 15 games this year. So huge opportunity to deliver on the biggest stage.
So Carolina's only lead of the day lasted just 18 seconds. What a response for Northwestern, trying to do something.
The defense from behind, and as the eyes and the voice from back there, Chloe Humphrey drags the defense down to the crease. She sees the skip pass over the top to Patillo.
Humphrey's generating a lot of shots, leading goal scorer in the nation, leading scorer for this Carolina team in assists and goals. 6 shots, only converted on 1, but she's had about a 50% conversion rate this entire season. Great double team by Carolina.
Tar Heels win the ball back. Feels like for the first time in this championship game, the momentum is
in her young career in a Tar Heels uniform. Just a sophomore, part of that youth movement at North Carolina.
Now, in many ways, this is all Kate Levy knows. Growing up in Jenny Levy's house, watching film at night. What a save! Lexi Zank to the rescue to deny Taylor.
Career in a Tar Heels uniform. Just a sophomore, part of that youth movement at North Carolina.
Now, in many ways, this is all Kate Levy knows. Growing up in Jenny Levy's house, watching film at night. What a save! Lexi Zank to the rescue to deny Taylor.
To call it because it looks dangerous, so telling them to keep their poise in this moment.
After a relatively clean first half, we've seen some big officiating calls in this third quarter. North Carolina, a disallowed goal, a 2-minute power play on what was a very controversial call against Kaleigh Harden. And a timeout.
That is a move. She's got to travel and get there. We see a draw violation. So some more momentum for UNC getting possession.
Like Sarah Gresham on one leg, continuing to cut it out on the draw control circle. Foul called against North Carolina, so Northwestern wins the ball back despite the Tar Heels winning the draw.
That looks so good that it went in. If that did not go in, she would be wishing that she just switched hands, rolled back, done anything. But that was an awesome goal. When those kind of goals go in, it just...
When Charlotte scored more than 100 in 2021, I didn't know if we would ever seen it again. And Taylor does it last year. Chloe does it this year. There's her family. Ashley Humphrey, who was feeding a lot of those goals a year ago. Nicole is in the row behind her. And it's funny talking to Chloe. She told us she fell in love with lacrosse watching her older sisters, Ashley and Nicole, play the sport. Now the older sisters, they're the one in the crowd watching Chloe. All eyes on number 2 in Tar Heel blue. 2-goal lead for North Carolina.
She can dish from that righty elbow, but she has range on her shot.
Just 35 points a season ago. Coming into this game, she had 55 points, almost doubled her assists. You have to play her as a feeder. She's dangerous as a feeder and a scorer. And on the other side, for UNC, Kaleigh Harden.
Your number is called with Lucy Monroe going down in the first half. McAllister comes in and notches a hat trick and the game-tying goal of the fourth quarter.
3 goals on 3 shots. We talk about efficiency, too. She can't miss. So what does that say? Keep giving her the ball. I mean, she has been an excellent option out there. It's about the supporting cast. You get to this time of the season, it is your stars that you rely on, but it is a team effort.
And you think, was she on the scouting report for North Carolina? She recognizes no slide is ready to go to her because she is that freshman.
Long battle for possession, won by Kylie Moe Tyson, North Carolina. To your point earlier, Sheehan, about the in front midway through this fourth quarter as we check in with Annabelle down on the sideline.
Well, Jay, Eliza Osburn was slow to get up out of that last possession. She came immediately off the field and laid on the ground with the trainer. She did not join that timeout with her team. She is currently in the injury tent getting seen.
As a key player in transition, Osburn with 2 goals on the day, but crucial winning draw controls and just legging the ball up and down the field.
I mean, that's the ACC midfielder of the year, so they will want Osburn back on the field.
Championship.
Well, guys, every time she's come off the field, she hasn't had a second to catch her breath because she's getting so many high fives and hugs from her team. She is juicing them up today.
Well, this is the most McAllister has played all season long. Lucy Monroe goes down in the first half. You insert the freshman to a national championship game, and she scores 4 goals in relief. Incredible stuff.
The North Carolina coaching staff was thinking the officials were going to review it themselves.
Draw control win for Smith, but timeout taken. Scott Hiller, the assistant coach for Northwestern and the husband of Kaleigh Hiller, got a timeout before Smith lost the ball to preserve possession. Let's go down to Annabelle Hasselbeck, who's standing by with Madison Taylor.
Maddie, a lot of emotion, getting the game-sealing goal and winning the national championship for your last game ever on this field. Describe the emotion of this moment.
We just have so much love and belief for each other. My friend Lucy went down and we all kind of looked at each other and said, let's do it for her. And we did. And this is nothing better than this.
Your freshman, Gabriella McAllister, had the game of her life, the season high today. What did you see from your freshman?
She's been doing that all year long in practice every single day. And I knew she was going to get an opportunity one day, and she did. And there's no better time than doing it right now. So I'm so proud of her.
This is not normal to play in front of your home crowd. What was this atmosphere like?
Amazing. This is the best crowd in the world. Thank you for everyone who came out. Go Cats!
Congrats, Maddie.
Northwestern, the first program to win a national championship on their home field since 1986.